Hey guys, this is Mistress Nightmare here, and today we'll be reading chapter 7 and 8 of Sweet and Innocent Heart. Before we get started, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe to this channel if you guys want more creepypasta fanfictions out there. Until then, let's get started. Alice's point of view. I didn't know how long I blacked out, but the next thing I knew, I was in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by trees. I could hear Zago's voice, and I felt his hand on my shoulder. "I see that you have returned, Zendela," he said with a smirk. "Let us go home, and you shall soon be crowned queen." I started to freak out. "I don't know what you're talking about. I think you have the wrong person. My name is Alice." Zago just chuckled. "No, I know I'm talking to the right person. I did name you Zendela, but your foster parents must have changed your name." I broke free from Zago's grip and started to run off into the forest. It was dark, and I couldn't see where I was going. I didn't even have a light, even the light of the full moon to help me. I hit myself against the tree, noticing a note on the tree. I tried to tear it off to let Slenderman know where I was, only to pass out during the process. Then a bang from the trees. Trees really got to me. "Ah, there you are," Zago said, catching up. "You must be really terrible playing hide and seek. No matter, let us go home, Zendela." I got up and run off a bit, but my head was spinning. I really wanted to sit down and rest, but Zago was right on my tail. Before I knew it, I started to hear static. I bumped into something. Something caught me before I passed out again. "Easy, Alice," said a voice. "We're all right here." I looked up to see Slenderman with his proxies. I looked behind me to see Zago being attacked by Smile Dog and some other creature. The creature had sleek dark gray body along as it stands of black hair. It looked like it was wearing a white mask, a lot of scars on it, and it was hidden by teeth. I could hear Eyeless Jack at the distance. "Go get him, Seed!" Right after that, I heard Jeff in the distance. "Get him, Smile. Show him no mercy." Laughing Jack finally caught up with the others and noticing me in the position I was in. "Alice!" he screamed or cried as he approached me and held me tenderly. "What happened to her?" "She is going to have a bit of a head trauma," Slenderman said. "She must have hit one of the trees while trying to escape from Zago." Laughing Jack cried on my shoulder, not wanting me to disappear, and then everything went black. Laughing Jack's point of view. Alice had passed out in my arms. I couldn't help but cry. I glared at Zago, my eyes almost turning red. Zago disappeared before he could pass out from the blood loss. Smile Dog and Seed Eater went back to track him down. "Let's get her home before she dies of blood loss," Slenderman exclaimed. I picked up Alice in my arms. Smile and Seed went in the opposite direction, making sure that Zago was nowhere near Slenderman's force. I saw Alice's eyes fluttered open a little. She was in pain. She weakly kissed me on the cheek before passing out again. We got inside. Linda was the first to see what happened. "Oh my God, what happened?" Zago was near her, and Alice is going through a head trauma, trying to escape from him. I told her. Well, get her on the couch and I'll see what I can do, she replied. I sat Alice down on the couch and went to my room and locked the door. I sat down on the bed and buried my face with my hands. Why does it have to be me? Making sure that no one was around, I reached under my pillow and pulled out a photo. It showed a woman about my height. Her matted, rich brown hair fell to her shoulders, almost covered one of her ocean blue eyes. She wore a piece of armor on her. I held the photo to my chest and started crying. Once I got myself under control, I set the photo back and got out of my room and went downstairs. Linda had finished bandaging up Alice's head. I sat down on the arm of the couch. While everyone went off to bed, I leaned close to Alice and kissed her on the head, where she was hit. DJ Killer's point of view. Lee and I was getting assignment to keep an eye on Alice. Will Slenderman, Laughing Jack, Jeff the Killer, Eyeless Jack, and the other proxies to cover the tracks, or try to cover the tracks from Zalgo. Smile Dog, Sea Eater were still tracking him down just in case. It was just Lee and I in the house with Alice in a coma on the couch. I was listening to some of my music, then I heard a gasp. I turned to see Alice waking up. Lee, I called out. Alice is awake. I rushed to Alice and tried to calm her down before she had a heart attack or something. Hey, it's okay, Alice. You're here at the house. No need to space out, okay? Easy with the breathing. Alice's point of view. I slowly calmed down when I found Killer DJ by my side. Where's LJ? I asked. He's with Slenderman and the others. They'll be back soon. How long was I out? About 5 days. Masky changed your bandages twice. I heard the door open and Slenderman's voice called out, DJ, Linda, we're back. DJ called out, Alice is awake. Laughing Jack was the first to see me. He hugged me gently while the others came in shortly after that. Slendy, can I have a word with you? Slenderman nodded. You heard her, Hoodie said, pushing the others out of the room. Masky stayed just in case something happened to the two of us. Once everyone was gone, I started to explain to Slenderman and Masky what happened. Zalgo found me, and he keeps calling me Zandela. He also told me that I was going to be crowned queen. Why is he saying that? Only to me. Slender and Masky were silent for a while. They turned to each other and nodded. Slenderman knew that we should tell you. Well, I looked at them. Well, I asked, you are to be Zandela, the daughter of Zalgo, the king of the underworld. Slenderman finally answered, he left you with your family so that you could be raised by human hate. When the time finally came, he'll come to get you and crown you queen. Masky started to explain more for Slenderman. If Zalgo gets a hold of you before we do, he'll use your powers against us and use it to control both the underworld and the human world. Slenderman finished. Another depends if the human world also. We think that it's almost despicable thing that he will ever do. I was trying to understand. Basically, I was a princess of a world that only existed in the internet. I was confused. Okay, guys, Masky called out, you could come back in. Once everyone was downstairs, Linda, Eyeless Jack helped me up, and Smile Dog and Sea Eater returned home. They lowered their heads in shame. They couldn't find Zalgo. I went to them and patted Smile Dog and hugged Seed. It's all right, you two. You tried. What now, Toby asks. Zelgo is still going to find a place sooner or later. I don't mean to be like this, Hoodie says, looking at Slenderman, but I agree with Toby. If we stay any longer, Alice is going to be in more trouble. Slenderman thought for a while and finally answered. There is a place that we can go to keep Alice safe. At the same time, Masky was the first to recognize it as his eyes widened. Wait, you don't mean... He started to shudder. We get to see, Slenderman slowly nodded. The proxies jumped into delight and excitement. I started to worry. Wait, who are we going to see? I see Laughing Jack smiling and he hugged me. Don't worry, Alice. You'll love her. Innocent Heart, Chapter 8. Oh, what? Did I just hear Laughing Jack say her? Is there something that LJ wasn't telling me for several months? If we all agree to go there, then we better get what we need, Slenderman commanded. It's the only way to keep Alice safe. Everyone nodded and went to their rooms and started packing. I was in LJ's room. I was just about to finish packing my stuff and decided to help LJ out. We were about to leave when LJ grabbed my hand. Alice, wait. I turned around as LJ walked towards me. My heart started racing as LJ came closer to me. He placed a hand on my cheek and caressed it slowly as he guided me into a kiss. The kiss wasn't like any of the other kisses he gave me. It was slow, it was gentle, it was passionate, and it was great. I wrapped my arms around him, and the kiss lasted about several minutes when we were interrupted by a knock on the door. Hey guys, Eyeless Jack called out, Ready? Yeah, we'll be right down, I responded in disappointment. I kissed LJ for a few more seconds and went to get my things. I and LJ came out of the room and went downstairs. Everyone was ready. Slenderman opened a portal that looked more like a black hole. Cover your eyes, Alice, Slenderman commanded. She may not be used to the light once we're entered. Laughing Jack covered my eyes as everyone, including me, entered the portal. There was a white light peeking through LJ's fingers before dimming out into darkness. Slenderman answered. If everyone was okay. LJ took his hands off my eyes. It was like he had a surprise. There was a large, beautiful mansion. What is this place? I asked, bewildered. This is Slenderman's manor, LJ answered, as Slenderman answered, our home. My jaw dropped a bit. All the creepypastas live here. I fantasized was interrupted by a dog barking. The dog was pure bred and was female. She was brown with black and blue long stripes with her hair and fur. Her eyes were completely red. Smile Dog started barking at the dog and running up to the dog, rubbing his head with the dog. It seems like those two were friends. Well, the two friends have reunited, Jeff said before shouting, Hey Sonia, we're home, and we're staying home. Right as he said that, a woman about Masky's age came out the door. She wore a black turtleneck under a black leather jacket, gray jeans, black knee-high boots, and a blue scarf wrapped around her neck. She also wore a gray mask with stitches that the mouth as if was meant to silence her, and a blue flame scar like mark over her right eye. She had dark brown hair that flared up to her shoulders, with the single tips curling in. Her eyes were like pools of ink, with sapphire jewels in her eyes. She went to Masky and hugged him. I noticed the 2 wedding bands. Once before Masky and the woman's fingers, Masky was married. Who is that? I asked LJ. This is Silent Sonia. She's more like the mother of the manor. She always knows to keep the manor standing on its feet. Sonia looked at LJ. Oh, Jack, there's something. Someone wants to see you. At the door, there was a girl, about 12 or 13 years old. She looked like Laughing Jack. A dress about the 70s, early centuries, with black hair in a long curly ponytail. My eyes dropped as... Did LJ already have a girlfriend? Man, I was pissed. Before I could start yelling at him, I heard the girl speak. Daddy? Daddy? I thought. It's me, Jane, he responded. My face turned into shock as the girl ran up to LJ and gave him a hug. First I met Killer DJ, Dreadful Dancer. I never heard of them. I noticed Masky was married. I found out LJ has a daughter. Man, I need to catch up on my creepypastas. Zalgo's point of view. I sat on the throne of my home. It was near the crowning of my little girl, and Slenderman and his helpers are in my way. I sighed in frustration and recovering from Smile Dog and Seed Eater's attack. My lord, Judge Angel called out. There is no one in Slenderman's forest. We send out one of your shadow lurks. I pointed at her. Apparently not. I shot a portal at Judge Angel, only to miss by making my last of my servants into another dimension. If you like, my lord, Judge Angel suggested, I'll look for the princess. Zandela, with Zero. I sighed in stress. Do as you wish. Yes, my lord, Judge Angel said, and bowing into her departure. Judge Angel's point of view. I closed the door to Lord Zogle's throne room. I walked several halls, running to Zero. As expected, Lord Zogle is not doing so well, is he? She asked, walking to her room. Smile Dog and Seed Eater had attacked him for real. Well, luckily he survived before the ceremony. Why are you looking for me? I asked Lord Zago if you could help me look out for the Princess Zandela. I have a feeling she'll be here by now. Zero nodded before heading out to her trusted weapons. Then I say we pursue the Princess Zandela and get her right back to her home sweet home. I nodded. I need to get her back here, suppose. Me and Zero went out of the castle.